In the 1940s, the original computer weighed over 275 tons and took up over half an acre of space. Nowadays, it's extremely plausible and accessible for everyone to have their own computer in the world. I mean, we even call it a laptop. Similarly, the space industry has been seeing the same trend over the past few years. We're here today to present to you AstraCell, our innovation in the fuel cell technology. As the demand for the aerospace industry rises, we understand that the aerospace industry has a new need for technology. Current fuel cell technologies are only able to last up to half of NASA's demand for future projects. More importantly, current fuel cells are very reliant on a rare metal known as platinum. Platinum is not only very scarce in the earth, but also contributes to very high emission rates. If we don't shake this tree in the aerospace industry, we will not be able to rise up to the projected $1.4 trillion projected market cap in 2031, with the upcoming space consumerism industry reaching $1.7 billion in 2027. We all know that resource scarcity is not the path to success.
But AstraCell is that path to success. AstraCell is a pragmatic solution to the fuel cell market within space. AstraCell uses an enzymatic system with platinum as our catalyst within our fuel cell. So you may ask, why don't we use enzymes already, and have past technologies had success with them? And our answer to the question is no. Past technologies have not had success with them, but AstraCell will, as we will be using our unique patent-pending honeycomb system to create a fuel cell that's not only cost-effective, but is energy efficient and environmentally sustainable. Through using our de-alloyed platinum system with our honeycomb structure, we will be able to create a fuel cell that is not only affordable, but is efficient and sustainable compared to our competitors such as Infinity Fuel Cell and Infinity Fuel Cell that are heavily reliant on platinum.
At its core, a fuel cell uses hydrogen fuel with atmospheric oxygen to power a redox reaction to generate electricity. As shown in this diagram, this generates clean energy while only having water as an output. This sets us apart from our competitors, who typically use dirty fossil fuels to emit toxic greenhouse gases and CO2. The water produced in our system can be easily disposed of or reused and recycled in the spaceship, showing the sustainability of our product. AstraCell has 4 distinct layers. First, we have a gas diffusion and bipolar layer. This has grooves on it that allow the efficient transportation of hydrogen and oxygen input to our catalyst layer. Then, this catalyst layer will activate a redox reaction that emits electrons into the electrolyte membrane, generating electricity. These 4 layers create a chamber in our fuel cell stack. Altogether, our 50 by 50 by 30 centimeter fuel cell stack will have 54 of these chambers to generate electricity. Now, overall, AstraCell has 3 main innovations that sets us apart from the rest of our industry. First, we utilize glucose oxidase enzyme to alleviate the need of platinum as a catalyst. These enzymes are cheaper, more efficient, and more sustainable than platinum. Although we want to eventually transition to a completely platinum-free fuel cell, we first want to incorporate enzymes in a complex with the platinum to slowly take the first step towards a platinum-free fuel cell, which takes us to our second main innovation, the use of de-alloyed platinum in the aforementioned complex. De-alloyed platinum creates the same amount of electricity with less quantities of platinum. Number 3, and most importantly, is the use of our patent-pending graphene-based novel honeycomb system. This system can maximize the energy output per square inch of this catalyst layer while minimizing weight by using light graphene as a material. Overall, this creates a smaller, lighter, and more efficient fuel cell than our competitor. Finally, altogether, with the size reduction and the use of frugal enzymes, we predict a cost of $52,000 per fuel cell stack. In a conventional aircraft which uses 3 cells, this would come out to around $15,600. More importantly, the size and weight reduction of our fuel cell can free up massive amounts of space in our spacecraft and lighten the fuel cost. In fact, every kilogram that our fuel cell is lighter, we save an estimated $3,000. This means that AstraCell can save almost $500,000 per launch per spacecraft, saving massive amounts of money for the space industry.
So you may be thinking, hey AstraCell, you've got this good project, but how do you make this a reality? How does it become more than a vision? Well, our team has outlined 3 key startup funding mechanisms to make AstraCell something you can believe in. First, we hope to reach out to academic services such as the Air Force Research Laboratory grants to help begin funding of our project. We actually did some outreach to local professors at Georgia Tech, such as Conrad, who actually work with NASA and Space Technology Innovation to see, hey, do you think this is a good idea? And utilizing his feedback, we were able to not only improve our project, but understand what goes into getting academic support for our project. Second, we talked to Rahul Saxena, who's actually one of the biggest leaders in startup incubation in the Metro Atlanta area, which is where our startup is based. He gave us not only financial advice, but agreed that with the future plan, we have actual financial viability. For this reason, we believe that we can attract angel investors to further our project. And lastly, staying true to our aerospace roots, we hope to make use of some of NASA's grants that we know are not only great, but also been proven successful in the past and work in cooperation with them. But you may be thinking, space exploration, that's risky, that's expensive, R&D is hard. For that reason, we've developed a 4-phase plan. The first phase of our plan is to make sure that our prototype is something that's truly incredible. We hope to utilize focus groups, academic trials, conduct research, and ensure that the science is really there behind our project. After the development of that prototype, that takes us to our second phase. This is where we actually get the profits off the ground. We know that our honeycomb system has the potential to be successful, not only in aerospace, but in smaller, easier to scale applications. This can include things like vaccine cold chains, this can include things like emergency things in ambulances, as well as things like hybrid cars. We believe that by piloting our system here, we can find that not only becomes more effective, potentially reach a greater target market, but start out with those initial profits before we scale up to aerospace. Which brings us to phase 3. Phase 3 is where we want to conduct our soft launch to actually get our foot in the door with aerospace. This means building partnerships with smaller aircraft companies and actually start using our fuel cell in the air. Finally, our final vision is stage 4, where we hope to develop not only a green fuel cell, but one that actually makes it into space and is able to create a better future for us all in a more sustainable way.
At AstraCell, we are here to transcend the bounds of terrestrial knowledge by reducing our use of non-renewable resources. Thank you so much for your opportunity.